another website, on another web page, and I can call it internet marketing product creation if I want to. And we actually do this, and in MySpace, we do it on MySpace, and my MySpace video, this video is supposed to be about affiliate marketing, we named it Internet Marketing and loaded it up to one of our MySpace accounts. And when you did the search results in Google, that Internet Marketing video was in the top of the natural search engine results, and it was the same video that I'm hosting at YouTube. It's the same video I host on this blog, and Google, for some reason, took it when I called it Internet Marketing, and I put it in MySpace. They took it from MySpace and ranked it in the search results, and it's all the same video. So because they can only tell what it is when I tell what it is, we do certain things. So the title tags, we change the title tags to whatever we want. It's very simple. We also put it in this template. We created this template, and I call it social media template. So they come here. This is hosted on my blog. These links here are RSS subscriber links. And if you guys want to increase your website rankings, not just traffic, but rankings, they do track how many RSS feeds are being saved. So Google has a homepage. Google homepage says, add your RSS feed to your homepage at Google right here. When I check my logs on some of my sites, 40 or 50% of the people subscribing to my RSS feed actually choose to put it in their Google account. Another good chunk of them to put it in their My Yahoo account. I taught years ago. See, I keep forgetting you guys. A lot of you aren't in my coaching club. How many are actually in the Super Affiliate Coaching Club? Okay, there's a good number and a good number out. This is all stuff I've been teaching for years. RSS feeds, SEO, incoming links. So I didn't know if I had to cover it or not at this event, but good thing we have 6 months to do. But one of the things I always said a couple years ago is I was testing this My Yahoo button. I said, what will happen if I put that on my website and I subscribe to my Yahoo account? Well, immediately, Yahoo sends a robot over to my site and indexes my site. I said, well, that's great. Well, at that time, Yahoo was one of the first people I saw to do it with an official button like that. It says My Yahoo. Well, what do we know about Yahoo? You can open as many Yahoo accounts as you want. They're all free. Open up 1,000 if you want to. So one of the techniques that we'd use is I had staff, people who worked out of the house. I'd say, okay, go ahead, take my Yahoo button and subscribe to my RSS feed and create 10 Yahoo accounts and subscribe to it in each one of them. I literally have 10, 20, 30 different Yahoo accounts where they would go and they would subscribe to different websites. When I build a website, I'd say, okay, here's a list of websites that I just built. Go over to those websites and just subscribe to the RSS feeds for me inside your My Yahoo account. Then we added the Google. Then we added the MSN. And AOL came up with it. And actually, we have a tool we built for you, and I'll show you in a second, that will produce 24 of these for you. Google bought FeedBurner. If you're not using FeedBurner, you should. I've been saying that for a long time because FeedBurner measures the traffic of your RSS feed. There's no way for you to know how many people are really subscribed to prove it to Google. And the reason I said years ago is that you should be using FeedBurner is because Google was going to come out with AdSense ads in RSS feeds. But they wanted you to prove how many subscribers that you had. Well, the easiest way to do that was to go over to FeedBurner and put your RSS feeds through FeedBurner, and then you could show Google how many subscribers you had. They track it. Well, and there's some other neat things that FeedBurner will do for you. But it turns out Google acquired FeedBurner earlier this year. Why do you think they did that? Ads in the RSS feeds. But they also get to know how many people are subscribing to your RSS link. Don't you think, with all we know about Google, and I know they do, is they take into consideration how many RSS subscribers there are to your RSS feeds. So we put buttons on our sites like this. But this is a template specifically for YouTube optimization. So these feed buttons right here only go to my blog. They're not actually tied to this page. But if you wanted to put the video in your blog itself, they could subscribe to those RSS feeds. So my blog is being submitted to AOL, MSN, Yahoo, through these little buttons, and the search engines track it. Like I said, when I look at my logs, I see that a great number of percentage of the people that visit Underground Confessions prefer to add the RSS feeds to their My Google account. Well, what do we know about that? Well, Google knows exactly who's adding RSS feeds to their own account, don't they? So even if you don't have FeedBurner, they still know that you're adding it. So what you can do is you can pay people, just give them a list of all your websites, say add these buttons to my websites, and then go subscribe to them in a bunch of different accounts. That's a lot of work, isn't it? So I've also mentioned a tool called Amazon's MTurk, Mechanical Turk. It's a great outsourcing tool. We use it. I used it for Jessica Elba Rocks, and I'll show you what I did with that in a minute. You can go over there, literally create a job on Amazon's Mechanical Turk, and you can pay somebody a penny, as little as a penny, and pay them to come over and subscribe to all your little RSS feeds. And people will do it all day long. Why am I not keeping the picture here? So you go to Amazon's Mechanical Turk. It's called a hit. It's a free service. You sign up for it, you deposit some money in it, and you can hire people to do work for you. Not meaningless, but little jobs, repetitive jobs like this that you don't want to do. There are people in other countries that to them, if they can make $3 a day, that's an entire week's worth of wages. We do this stuff.
What is the URL?
It's Amazon Mechanical Turk. I think it's mturk.com. Yeah, I'll pull it up so we take a look. That's the type of jobs I use them for. So you can go over to Amazon Mechanical Turk, take a list of all your websites that are blogs, because blogs have these RSS feeds in them, right? You can go in there and you can put a bid out and say, I want 200 people to do this. I want you to go over to this list of websites and I want you to subscribe to one or more of the feed buttons on that website. I want you to add it to your My Yahoo accounts, to your Google accounts. I want you to add it to your NewsGator, which is another big one, your AOL accounts. You choose whichever ones you want to do, and I'll pay you a penny for each time you click one of those buttons, or I'll pay you a nickel. There's no real way for you to know that, and without putting a burden of proof on them and taking a screenshot that they're actually adding it to their little thing that they're doing it, there's no way for you to really tell, so keep the bids low. But people are generally honest. That's why we have a credit card system that works and a banking system. So you hire these people, you tell them, here's a list of all my websites. They're all blogs. They all have RSS buttons on it. Go to these websites, click these buttons, add them to whatever you want. For each one that you tell me that you add it for, I'll pay you a nickel. I'll pay you a penny. People actually get paid a penny and do it for a penny. So that's a good way to get your incoming links out there. Get your website out there. So Yahoo, what happens with Yahoo is when somebody adds it to their My Yahoo account, Yahoo now knows that you have a website. They may not have known it existed before. So when you build a brand new website, one of the first things that you can do to make sure it jumpstarts it is just get somebody to head over to their own My Yahoo account and add your RSS feed. This is something we talked about years ago. And then they will literally send a bot over immediately to discover your site. So every one of these companies, when you subscribe to it, whether it's Yahoo, Google, I keep losing this, it doesn't matter who it is. Have them repeated over and over. Amazon Mechanical Turk. We use it. We do it. You can pay them a penny. You can pay them a nickel. Whatever you want to pay them is fair. You can have people going out there all day long. These RSS feeds are what drives the traffic. I've been teaching blogging ping for 4 years. I thought it was old hat. But apparently it's not old hat. Because it still works, because I still use it in our business every single day. So when we launch a site, and like yesterday, I told the guys, okay, put that Casio camera on the blog and get to work. What they do is they go and they take the RSS feeds and they add them to different accounts. We set up a bunch of Web 2.0 sites all over the internet. We show you how to do it in your training materials. You actually